So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, partners and dear customers. Once again, I'm Mabel Estipilar and I'm part of Technology and Product Solutions Group, handling pre-sales and post-sales. Just to give you a little recap of the discussion this morning, a little background of the few important programs that our group directly handles. Number one, the education business. So we are authorized training provider of the different brands. We are also authorized person view testing center, and also we provide custom training for our customers and for our partners. Number two, I support services. So this is actually intended for partners and our customers as well. In implementing end-to-end solution, it is actually coupled with our 24/7 I support call center. Okay, and my favorite one, which is the VST ECS Solution Center, which is really intended for our partners and customers as well. We provide free services for you. You can enjoy number one, customer or end user workshop. Number two, partners development workshop. And number three, which is actually very important in this new normal, which is the virtual POC. So it has actually been 3 days pack of fun and a lot of topics discussed actually. So we are about to reveal who the grand winner is after my presentation. So I will make this very, very quick. Okay, so since day one, we have been discussing about journey to the cloud, about cloud computing, and cloud computing is driving the global digital economy and is really impacting every aspect of our customers' businesses. That's right. I've heard from one of the videos of our vendors, I think it's from IBM, that the good part here is that only 20% of the enterprise organizations have moved to the cloud already. Okay, so that's actually a challenging part, or let me say it's actually a very huge opportunity for us since there's 80% ahead of us. Okay, so as we talk about the cloud journey, let's step back and take into considerations the hybrid cloud. So some are already in public cloud, some are already in private cloud, and some are still on premise. And so when we talk about hybrid cloud, we need to, number one, find a good solution that can support multiple environments. That's important. And number two, which is equally important, a cloud data protection and security that can support this era. Okay. Now in these, actually VST ECS carries a lot of data protection brands, but then in this presentation, I will only be mentioning 5 brands, okay? Due to the limitation of time, I won't be going into details. I just want to let you know that we have these brands and that I will briefly discuss the highlights only. So if you want to have a detailed discussion, just ping me, Viber me, or send a message on the chat box, okay? And I will course you through the right people to talk to. Okay, so let me move on to the first brand, which is Cohesity. So let me give you a little background about Cohesity. We just got appointed this year, actually. Cohesity was founded by Dr. Mohit Aaron in 2013, but they started marketing Cohesity only in 2017 or 2016. He was actually the co-founder of Nutanix and the lead on Google file system. So I mentioned about Google, knowing that Dr. Aaron's background is in Google, he adopted the simplicity of the Google search engine. So when you use the Google search engine, right, you see nothing else but that search button there. Okay, and Dr. Aaron got inspired with that, and he made a big change in the backup area. Actually, within the Cohesity ecosystem are experts from Nutanix, Google, VMware, EMC, NetApps, and also Palo Alto, right? And I'd like to mention as well that a few of the top investors are Cisco and HPE, to name a few. So let me discuss about the approach of Cohesity and in addressing the data protection requirements. And my team is responsible for supporting. Okay. So the approach of Cohesity is really very easy to understand, inspired by the disruption and the simplicity of Google. Number one, consolidation, combining the backup and recovery, file and object store, development and test environment, security, and analytics into one single platform. So take note of that, one single platform. In one single UI, customers can already manage everything in multi-cloud and in physical environment. And I would like to highlight here is a third-party application integration. Similar to Google, Cohesity allows a third-party integration within the platform to leverage the data of analytics and security purposes. All right, so that's the approach of Cohesity. Let me also mention to you about the two promo incentive programs of our team. This is the VST ECS led promo. So you can actually earn rewards in 5 easy steps. Number 1, sign up as a partner of Cohesity and you get 500 worth of mystery bags. Number 2, just attend the sales and technical sales and technical enablement, I mean, for you to enjoy vouchers worth 200. And then step number 3, register a project with our Cohesity team and get 500 worth of GCash. Number 4, set a meeting with our team and get 1,000 worth of Christmas basket. And lastly, send us PO and you get additional 1% incentive cash. So that's the VST ECS led promo incentive. Let me also mention to you the promo incentive from the vendor. For the same initiative, you will get up to 5,000 USD rewards. So very awesome, right? On the screen right now is the Cohesity team in VST ECS. It's under the Network Technology Group, Technology 1, headed by Cherry Centeno. The product manager is Alex and the sales is Bell. While on the technical side, it's being headed by Tom Pascual and myself, and the solutions engineer dedicated for Cohesity is Rolly Mijares. All right, so that's Cohesity. Let's now move on to number 2 data protection solution, which is Rubrik. Okay, so Rubrik is another data protection solution that we carry. Let me mention to you also the strength of Rubrik. It is data security combined with data protection in a single unified platform. So it's data security with data protection. Okay, so let me mention also about automation. It automates data management with number 1, high performance, large scale backup and recovery. Number 2, policy-driven for a more simplified management of operations. Number 3, a very good functionality as well is the API-first design. What does it do? It makes it easier to integrate the data protection with the current IT environment of the organization. That's called API-first design. And it has also a built-in recovery functionality. But not only that, as Rubrik extends the capabilities of data protection to the cloud. Right, so let me just read a few of the functionalities: automated protection, multi-cloud policy engine, SaaS management, and recovery from cloud. Okay, so how does Rubrik protect the cloud data? So most of the customers actually looking at 3 things with Rubrik. Number 1 is the archival. So Rubrik makes it easy to lower cost long-term storage to the cloud. It is actually a very simple archiving workflow that allows the customer to choose where to archive their data, to AWS, to Azure, or to Google. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is cloud instantiation. So this actually helps orchestrate the existing applications into the cloud to accelerate their move away from on-premise infrastructure. And number 3 is the cloud native protection. Okay, so this is to ensure that the new cloud native applications are also protected and everything is being managed, as mentioned earlier, in one single platform. Okay, so I mentioned earlier about the data security, which is the strength of this brand. Okay, so with cyber resilience built in, even if the other security layers such as the premier layer, the network layer, the endpoint layer, or the application layer are breached, the bad guys won't be able to get into your data. So that's how good it is. And the approach of Rubrik here is the zero trust data management. Okay, trust nothing, sabi nga nila, trust nothing, verify everything. This platform is architected with deep resilience to deliver security and resilience at the point of data. So you can rely upon your protected data to initiate a recovery process. So that is Rubrik. Now, Rubrik also has a lot of perks to offer you. Number one, they offer 30-day trial if you would like to test their solution. Number two, you will get free Camelback running vest. Wow. Whenever you book a meeting with our team. Number three, you get to enjoy as well Rubrik Got Your Back program. And lastly, you get a chance for a meet and greet with the awesome Rubrik vendor, Ariel and Fred. Okay, so let me introduce to you our Rubrik team. It's under the Network Technology 2 group headed by Leo. Okay, the product manager is Frederick. We have our dedicated solution engineer, Kobe, and 3 sales, Jasane, Faye, and Anthony. Alrighty, so do you have any question? Just write your questions on the chat box, okay? So let's now move on the 1, 2, 3, 4th or third data protection solution that we have. It's under Dell. So shown on the screen actually are just numbers about Dell. So all throughout the summit since day one, we have been hearing a lot of strategies and means of running workloads on the cloud. And with that, sometimes the traditional data protection solutions may not be enough anymore to serve the data protection requirements, right? So the approach of Dell is to make us understand that the customers now need the data protection that is cloud-based, that can offer scalability, security, flexibility to meet the business needs. And according to Dell Technologies, 94% of organizations are already deploying workloads on the cloud, public, private, or hybrid. However, 60% are struggling to find support for native applications. That's one. And number two, some are looking for SaaS offering. Why SaaS? Okay. Moving on to the next slide. Or why SaaS? Okay, with SaaS, infrastructure is not anymore needed. That's basic. Okay, and everything is unified for simple management of operation and user experience. Number two. And number three, SaaS already includes cloud security with data privacy functionality, which are very important to all customers. Now, this solution of Dell for this one is called Dell EMC Power Protect. So let's now discuss about how Dell is addressing challenges of protecting the cloud workloads. So Dell EMC Power Protect Backup Service is a SaaS offering for cloud workloads with scalability and security. And this is actually 100% SaaS and can be deployed within minutes. Okay. Now, the offering includes offering for Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, and Salesforce. Another one, SaaS offering for endpoints such as desktops, laptops, and mobile devices. And lastly, SaaS offering for hybrid workloads. So when we talk about hybrid workloads, these are actually the data center workloads that include virtualized environments, databases, file servers, and NAS. So that's all about Dell Technologies. Let me move on to the fourth data protection solution. We also have Veeam. So these are actually numbers of Veeam, another brand. Veeam is a US-based company owned by Insight Partners that develops backup, disaster recovery, and modern data protection software for virtual, physical, and multi-cloud infrastructure. So Veeam has over 400,000 customers worldwide with more than 70,000 partners to support the customers. Now, let me discuss the approach of Veeam to address the data protection requirements. So it provides one single platform also in modernizing the backup, in accelerating hybrid cloud, and in securing your data. The Veeam platform is the most complete data protection solution for all data, whether deployed on premise or on cloud or on backup as a service or disaster recovery as a service. It also supports Kubernetes and Office 365 for SaaS. That's actually, let me check if Veeam also has promo incentive. Yes, you can get a lot of perks also by engaging with our Veeam team. You get to enjoy free trial also of Veeam. You will have heavily discounted iSupport services with 24/7 call center support. You have a huge discount on the licenses as well, support for POC, and also bundled training. All right. So this is our Veeam team. It's under the Enterprise Technology One group, headed by Isbeth Paner, and the product manager is Debbie. We also have our dedicated account manager, Gracia, and our sales are Nicole and Serge. So the TPS, the Technology and Product Solutions Group, headed by Tom Pascual and myself. We also have Ed as the supervisor, and Divine is the dedicated solutions engineer. And also our iSupport services, it's headed by Gary Del Castillo with Melvin as a supervisor. And we have 3 certified Veeam engineers, Gary, James, and Brian. And yay! Lastly, Commvault. All right, so these are also numbers about Commvault. Okay, so Commvault is also a US company. It's been in the market for over 25 years. Yeah, 25 years. So Commvault has almost 900 active patents with more pending, and with our worldwide development centers, Commvault delivers regularly updated products that provide customers with the best possible data protection. So today, Commvault manages over 11 exabytes of data and over 1 exabyte written on the cloud. So these data points illustrate how Commvault is more than ready to help you store, protect, and manage and use your data effectively and efficiently. Okay, so what do we have? What else do we have? Okay, so the slide is just showing us that for over 10 years already, Commvault has been the leader in the physical, virtual, and public cloud. And also Commvault support a wide range of workloads that has tight integration with Microsoft Azure, Microsoft 365, and AWS, to name a few. And everything is also being managed in one single pane of glass. All right, I think Commvault also has incentive programs. Number 1 is just by attending our trainings, sales and technical trainings and certifying, you get 500 vouchers, 500 worth of vouchers. Okay. And next one, just by booking a POC, Commvault POC with us, you also get 1,000 worth of voucher. Cool, right? Now, this is the Commvault VST ECS team. It's under the Commercial Technology Group 2, headed by May Serrano. The product manager is Che, and the sales are May and Anthony. May is in Manila, while Anthony is in Davao. Okay, on the TPS side, it's still headed by Tom Pascual and myself. Actually, this is under Gary Del Castillo's team. And the dedicated solution engineer is Gerald Kayanan. Okay, for iSupport, headed still by Gary Del Castillo with Melvin as a supervisor, and our certified engineers to implement Commvault are Gary and Brian Bahal. Okay, so I think that's all. Do we have any question?
We have one, Mabel, but this is a
Sure.
very difficult question. Which is better, cohesity or rubric?
I have one definite answer for that. VST ECS. Talk to us, and then we'll let you. We will analyze your requirement, okay, and then we recommend what's best for you. I think all of the brands that I mentioned are excellent brands. Actually, we just need to understand your requirements and recommend what fits in your environment.